All right, so what's going on here?
There's a process, and the process is created whenever a legislative body creates a law. It has to be signed by the executive body, in this case the mayor. The mayor has the opportunity within 10 days to veto, and then the legislative body has the opportunity to override a veto. That's how it works in America, but it's not how it works in Pittsburgh.
Mr. Peduto.
The override, aye.
Mrs. Smith. Aye. Mr. Shields, President.
Aye.
Ayes 5.
Very good.
Does that count? You ignored the last one. Does that count?
Very good. The bill, having failed to receive 6 votes, does not override the mayor's veto. The mayor's veto is sustained. The bill is vetoed.
Well, obviously I'm disappointed that the mayor vetoed the bill and a prevailing wage. I had 9-0 vote. And I was also very disappointed that, once again, the mayor decided to play games with a very important piece of legislation. He's done this in the past, last-minute vetoes, things like that. And, that's the nature of the governmental process, I suppose. But I'll be reintroducing this legislation, this very important legislation, come January.
In Pittsburgh, we have a mayor who decided on New Year's Eve to veto legislation knowing that the council would not exist as a body after midnight, meaning that it didn't have the 24 hours to notify the public of the vote to override, meaning that it had to hold a secret meeting, basically an emergency meeting, override the rules of city government in order to even be able to vote to do what its authority is, the vote to override a veto. But unfortunately, instead of doing that, it was set up. It was set up very calculated to make sure that there were only 5 votes to override it, so that the mayor's veto, as illegal as it was able to pass.
And I will see you all.
Mr. President?
Yes.
Could we just make a note of the members that are here, I mean the ones that have called here, and those that have here?
Well, the record, I think, is kind of clear that Mr. Dowd showed up but chose not to participate. Councilman Burgess accepted the roll call and then left the meeting because he felt it was inappropriate. Councilwoman Harris, Councilman Peduto, Councilwoman Smith, Councilman Shields were here present in the chamber. We were joined by the telephone by Councilman Kraus in the chamber as well. And for the record, Councilman Burgess participated by phone as well. Is that what you wanted on the record?
Yes, and also that Mr. Mosslick had replied to us that he sworn in as judge that he would not attend.
At this point, Mr. Mosslick is no longer a member of the council. He was a sworn member of the judiciary at this point, and I'm sure that he regrets not being able to be here to cast a vote and regrets not being able to be here to defend the bill.
And did we hear from Councilwoman Payne?
Councilwoman Payne was contacted. She was notified of the meeting and apparently chose not to participate.
Or was unable because of 24-hour notice not being provided.
Very good.
Thank you.
Need a motion to adjourn?
That's not true, Patrick. I talked to him myself.
Need a motion to adjourn?
Very good. Motion to adjourn. Happy New Year. Thanks for coming in.
Please note that the council failed to say the Pledge of Allegiance or take comments from the public.
Pat, thank you for selling the lake, will you?
And that's what happened tonight in the city of Pittsburgh. New Year's Eve 2009, the city of Pittsburgh abdicated democratic process.
And we'll go through it once again. And I found the mayor's veto disingenuous. I find his reasoning hollow. And the timestamp on the veto letter tells you everything. It's 4 o'clock this afternoon, last day that he could possibly, last moment he could do it. And I hope that the people in labor, whether they're in building trades or any municipal union, take note of this and really consider this matter whenever they're contemplating any kind of endorsement Mr. Ravenstahl or his administration. But Happy New Year to everybody, and I promise the working people of Pittsburgh, and I'll be there for you in January, and we're going to get this bill passed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Our mayor, this city, is promoting a development policy that gives millions of dollars to rich corporations and doesn't demand good jobs in return for our city residents. Giving millions of dollars to corporations to build hotels or grocery stores in the Hill District, or office buildings on the North Shore, or amphitheaters right here on this spot, without demanding that our neighbors get those jobs and that the jobs be decent living wage jobs for our community, which makes the city one of the biggest proponents of poverty level jobs in our community. And our union is proud to be here, proud to have been a part of Northside United campaign for a long time, and proud to be part of consecrating this holy ground so that we together as a community finally can stand up and say to the mayor and to everyone who we need to tell it to, enough is enough. The policies have got to change, and we're going to demand that they change together.
How do it make you feel?
I feel sad. I feel used. I think I quoted the Grateful Dead at the table. I feel set up. I feel that my colleagues knew and met with the mayor to make sure that this process went down the way that it did, and they used it as an opportunity to grandstand. I feel that all the reasons that I got involved in government and the belief that things like this only happened in places like North Korea aren't real. And I don't think that anyone even noticed. I think it just happened in the middle of the night, and the mayor's office knew that they would be able to get away with it.
SEIU is going to be roasted and dialed alive in the next election.